All right, and we are off. Today is day 107 of the year of streaming and learning to code. We are continuing on from 90% of the way through learning ReactJS Part 2 here at Codecademy. I believe we are going to finish out the section today. Let's click on this. Part 2 of Section 3. Hopefully we can breathe throughout the stream today. That would be cool. If not, we're used to struggling. Alright, so that's basically it. So we've made it through stateless components inherit from stateful components. The three sections they had: stateless components inherit from stateful components, child components update their parent state, child components update their siblings' props. Under 2, Advanced React, we went over style container components from presentational components, stateless functional components, prop types, and React forms. Last night we started chipping away at lifecycle methods. We went through mounting lifecycle methods, and now today we are going to conquer updating / unmounting lifecycle methods. And without further ado, let's just dive right into that. She's loading, and we're off. Continuing from section 1. Hopefully, back 1. One of those should work. One of these will bring us. There we go, to section 1 of 7. Very nice. Alright, does everything look good? We'll double check. We've got audio check, webcam, golden, Codecademy, perfect, and I've got little kitty sleeping in my lap. We are set. We are set. Go time. Alright, there are 2 categories that we haven't yet discussed: updating and unmounting lifecycle methods. This lesson covers both. What is updating? The first time that a component instance renders, it does not update. A component updates every time that it renders, starting with the second render. There are 5 updating lifecycle methods. Component will receive props. Should component update, component will update, render, and component did update. Whenever a component instance updates, it automatically calls all 5 of these methods in order. Next, section 2 of 7. The journey continues. The first updating lifecycle method is called component will receive props. When a component instance updates, component will receive props gets called before the rendering begins. As one might expect, component will receive props only gets called if the component will receive props. Component will receive props will get called here. React DOM.render, example, prop myval, document.getElement by app. Component will receive prop. Component will receive props will not get called here though. React DOM.render, example, no prop, propless society, followed by the second argument, document.get, in all of its glory. Look in the code editor for an example of component will receive props. Here. Read through it and try to figure out how it works. Component will receive, well, let's take a gander, all right? Variable example, react.create class. Component will receive props. Function, next props, alert, check out the new props.text, that, plus I'm about to get, plus next props.text. Okay, so it's going to pull in even more fun here, and we've got next props, we've got next props.text, and yeah, good, should be good. Hold on. Phone's blowing up. Oh, little cat. Don't mind me. Okay. We are looking for the stuff. Okay. Good. Alright. What are we looking for? We were looking at this, we looked at that, we've got next.props as our parameter. We're concatenating things, adding things together. Nextprops.text. Okay, cool. From there, we are doing something, right? What are we doing? We didn't finish their little story time. Component will receive props automatically gets passed one argument. An object called nextProps. NextProps is a preview of the upcoming props object that the component is about to receive. On line 6, next.props.text will evaluate to hello world. Line 6, there we go, and it will bring in hello world. Look at that. Okay, and there's also a tiny fly of sorts somewhere amongst us. Or we're totally losing our sanity, which is highly possible. There's a lot of instructions for section 2. There's going to be a hefty 7 sections, perhaps. What are you thinking, little kitty? Maybe? Possibly? Alright. 1. Select app.js. Click Run. App.js. Click Run. Boom. Just a moment. Okay. We're back. Crisis averted. Death. Microphone to the face. Ah, mother-in-law issues, right? Looking for the USB port in her car. Success. Yeah, it was buried in the center console, like, armrest area. We found it, though. We found it. Crises averted. Okay. One technical issue onto another technical issue. So, we did something with someone, somewhere. Instructions. Alright, we were selecting app.js. We clicked run. You'll see a game load in the browser. Game loaded. Cool. The goal of this game is to click on high numbers. Every click has to be a higher number than the previous click. The game has some problems. The numbers move around in a jerky way. Top number is broken. Worst of all, the game never ends. We use lifecycle methods to fix these problems. Start a new game. When you're done, click the refresh button in the top left of the not little kitty. How is it you have perfect timing, little cat, to always block the instructions we need? Going under the desk, just assume the napping position. Assume the napping position. Just without smacking your tail in my face. Okay, we're good. Kind of furry. Mostly furry. Hello. Okay, we're good. Little kitties assume the napping position. We're halfway through instruction 1. Hey, Topher! What's up, man? How are you? We're doing good. We're struggling with the little cat. We had some mother-in-law issues that kept us from the stream for a minute or two. But I say we because of little kitty. I am on the verge of conquering React Part 2. We're at 90% of the way through. See? Look at that. Look at that. Beautiful, right? Right? Good times. Good times. So yeah, we're doing the last section, which we started not too long ago. However, we haven't made that much progress as far as today's stream. It's been one nightmare after another, but we are doing good. 7 sections on number 2, the top of number 2, so that's that. Hopefully you're doing well as far as Mondays go. Hopefully you had a decent Easter weekend. Yeah, that's okay. They're all missing the React streams. It's good. A lot of them were short. A lot, like 7. This is actually the longest React. Maybe there was one with 9, but out of all the ones that I can recently recall, which has been the last couple of days, all of them have been like 5. There are even 1 or 2 that were only 2 pages. Now, true, the second page was like 9 instructions, so, that's no real difference. But, anyhow, point is, they've been small, we've been making progress, and, it's been good. It's been interesting. I was in Las Vegas the past several days, and yesterday was my birthday. Wow, Easter birthday. That's cool. The 16th. Good times. Happy birthday to you, sir. Especially in Vegas. Wow. Now, wait, did you do Vegas for your birthday, or you happened to be in Vegas, and then you came home, and then your birthday was post-Vegas? Probably went to Vegas for the birthday. That's what I'm thinking. Alright, there's that. Other messagey things. Good. Hey, little kitty. Check your shit. Alright. He's knocking stuff around on the floor. Speaking of knocking stuff around, actually, speaking of things that has nothing to do with knocking stuff around, back to the stream and fixing said code. Alright, the goal of the game is to make it not suck. We'll use lifecycle methods to fix these problems. Start a new game. When you're done, click the refresh button in the top left of the browser column. Click the refresh button in the top left of the browser column here. And something. Click the refresh button in the top left of the browser column to make the game stop. So we're going to start it. What the? Hey, I'm not quick enough. There we go. 9 and 2. Of course, we chose a giant number. We couldn't have clicked on like a 3. There's like... This is a fucking nightmare. Okay, yeah, we're good. Refresh the game. It's an awful game. They weren't lying. Top number blows. Worst game on the App Store. Don't download top number. You're gonna throw your phone against the wall. Okay. I was in Vegas for my sister-in-law's birthday and came back on Saturday for Easter. Ta-da! Dee-dee-dee. Very nice. Sounds like a successful birthday weekend for everyone involved. Right? Good. Okay. Number 2, you gotta finish this. We have no idea if we're leaving. I am leaving at like 4 or 4:30, and it's 3:30 something and change, so hopefully we can conquer React between now and then. So, 2. Top number is supposed to show the highest number that you've clicked so far. It isn't working. No matter what number you click, top number thinks that that number is the highest number so far. Select topnumber.js, take a look at the top number component class. Boom. Top number, component class. Yeah, look at that. Nice. In between get initial state and render, give top number a new property name. Component will receive prop. Something about something? This is basically what we were doing last night. In between get initial state and render, right there, give top number a new property. Component will receive props. Cool. Are you still there? Get back to coding. We're literally, can you see this? We were in literally the middle of typing, and it's just confused as all get out. Yes, we are still here. That's why we were typing. And we didn't hit run. Those stupid bastards. Don't mind the error code, at least for now. Holy hell. Alright. Oh, was I supposed to stop? Well, we hit refresh to stop the game. I don't know. This whole thing is a nightmare. It's already fallen apart. We're only on instruction 2. Top number is supposed to show the highest number. Yeah, that all sucks. Select top number, blah, blah, blah. Give it a property named. A component will receive props. Checkity check. Make component will receive props value equal to this empty function. Function blah. Function blah. Run it. Maybe. Green check mark. 1 green check mark down. Cool. Well, technically 2. 3. Look at top. Hey, little cat. Check your we just started making progress. Good. You sit there and play quietly, being a little cat. 3. Look at the top numbers render function. The problem lies in between h1 tags. h1 tag. Yeah, top number. This.props.number, little kitty, you shall not pass. Right? Pick a frickin' lane. Oh my god. Just go on the bed. You have a whole bed to sleep on. Thank you. Good. You're adorable. If I scratch you, will you stay out of the way? Okay. Can't believe you. Good? You don't even want the scratches. You're just awful. No, no, no. You don't know what you want with your life. God. Okay. Look at the top numbers render function. The problem lies in between the H1 tags. Whenever you click on a number in the browser, that number gets passed from app to top number as this.props.number. In between the H1 tags, you can see, oh my god, little cat, why are you so involved? Holy shit. Are you good? Are you gone? Making me sweat up a storm. The stress level is just flying through the roof, trying to prevent her from sabotaging literally everything. Oh. Okay, in between the H1 tags, you can see that top number displays every this.props.number. Yes. When top number gets a new this.props.number, you don't always want it displayed. You want to check whether that number is in fact the highest number yet. If it's the highest, only then should it get displayed in H1. Component will receive props can help. Whenever you get a new this.props number, component will receive props, sees it before render does. Component will receive props can scan this new this.props.number and decide whether it should be displayed. Here's a starting point. Components will receive function nextProps if nextProps.number is greater than this.state.highest. NextProps.number is the new highest number so far, then it will display it. Okay, so that's cool. So we're going to take you, we've got next.props, inside our curly braces, we're going to do an if. Copy. Boom. Yeah, da 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 da. Yeah, da da dee da dee dee dee. La dee 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 dee. Run. Trying to figure out if these curly braces were actually needed for the if, because I couldn't tell if it was just curly braces for the commented out stuff, which is weird, but that's definitely not the case. Because the parentheses, that's the parameter, the condition that it's checking, versus the curly braces is the actual code block it will be processing. It just doesn't have anything in there yet. So we're good on that front. 4 of 6. Barely making it there. Look at the get initial state function on lines 11 through 13. All right. Lines 11 through 13. Cool. This.state.highest starts equal to 0 and never changes. It will always be 0. This.state.highest equals 0. Okay. You need this.state.highest to live up to its name and keep track of the highest number so far. And component will receive props. Remove these lines. Aha. We never copied those lines in the first place. Clever. In their place, update this.state.highest. So now we get to cram this inside said curly braces. And it's got its own set of parentheses and curly braces as well. So we're going to take this. D. We're going to drop this in between here. And we are tabbing 1 and 2 and 3. Gorgeous. Run that. Topher. Not Topher. Severe script? Sever script? Yes, curly braces are needed, and you also need some logic between those braces. Ah, yes, the bit that we just did. Good. Okay. I'm on the same page as everyone else now. Awesome. 5 of 6. We are getting there. Good. Now, whenever top number gets a new this.props.number, component will receive props, will use it to keep track of the highest number so far. All that remains is to display the results. In top numbers render function, replace this.props.number with this.state.highest. Aha. Cool. We're going to copy that. Light shoving. Boom. Let's run that. Maybe green check mark for number 5. Boom. Green check mark for number 5. And for some reason it gave us 6. We're going to ignore that green check mark for now. Try playing another round. It's still definitely broken, but top number should work now. This is a common use of component will receive props, comparing incoming props to current props or state and deciding what to render based on that comparison. If you're already comfortable with React, then you may have caught a detail about this example that is considered bad form. This.state.highest is derived from props. That means that we use information from props to set the value of information stored in state. We'll go into this some more in the next course. Okay, let's click on the angry red link for some helpful info, or at least a place on where to find helpful info. And we're back to the Facebook GitHub React page, of course. It's like the 12th time they've sent us here, so for any and all React questions or concerns, we know where to go. Right here. Good. Let's close out of that. Onwards to section 3. Crap, we didn't play the other game, or the other round. Back. It's still sucky, but top number works. New game. Meh. Yeah, death. They're so fast. Son of a... And I'm using a trackpad, not a regular mouse, and it's awful. Yeah, there we go. One more. Third one. Son of a... Is it when I move it refreshes? No, it's just terrifyingly quick. Yeah. Son of a... God damn, just... This is awful. Hold on, don't mind me. I just want to get a third... Okay, we got a... Did we get a third one? I think we got a third number there. Good enough for me. Okay, they said to refresh it to stop the terrifying game. Top number is not ready for the App Store. Holy hell. My god. That game definitely needs some polishing. Okay. 3 of 7, right? Cool. Should component update. The second updating lifecycle method is called should component update. When a component updates, should component update gets called after component will receive props, but still before the rendering begins. Look at example.js in the code editor, read through it and figure out how should component update works. Should component updates should return either true or false. If should component update returns true, then nothing noticeable happens. But if should component update returns false, then the component will not update. None of the remaining lifecycle methods for this updating period will be called, including render. The best way to use should component update is to have it return false only under certain conditions. If those conditions are met, then your component will not update. Should component update automatically receives 2 arguments, next props and next state. It's typical to compare next props and next state to current this.props and this.state and use the results to decide what to do. See how example.js does this on lines 8 through 17. We're in example.js 8 through 17. Ta-da! Should component update function, we've got next props and next state. If this.props.text equals this next props.text and this.state.subtext equals next state.subtext, An alert will occur. Props and state haven't changed, so I'm not going to update. It will return false, else it will alert, okay, fine, I will update, and it will return true. Then we've got a render function and other fun stuff. Beautiful, cool. So we've got two instructions on this one. Select target.js and the target component class. Target.js, target component class, somewhere. Target component class, cool. All right. From there, a target renders a number in a random location. In this game, a target is a number that you can try to click on. Whenever a new target appears, they all re-render. This is a problem. When a target renders, it picks a random location. When a target re-renders, it picks a new random location. This is why the numbers move in such a jerky way. Whenever a new one appears, all of the old ones move to random new places. When a new target appears, you want all the old targets to stay where they are. This will make the game much nicer to play. So that's why it was a total shitstorm. Okay, it's not so much that they were randomly generating. It's every time a new random number randomly generates, all the current numbers that did pop up also teleport, re-rendering in a different random location. So it was this double render nightmare hell, and that's what we were in. So that's what we're fixing. Okay. Stage 5 confusion. That's what we were suffering from. All right, so that was the source of the nightmare. When a new target appears, you want all the old targets to stay where they are. This will make the gameplay much nicer. You can use should component update to make target only re-render when it actually needs to. Give target a new property named should component update. Set should component update's value equal to this function. Function next prop state. So we're doing this should give target a new property. Am I missing something? I guess it prop types number. Numbers required. Comma? I think I put it in prop types. I'm just not sure. Blah, 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 render. I'm going to do it down here. I think it's just its own beast. Should component update. We forgot the E. Gets all functiony goodness. Run that. Instruction 1, thinking about it. Green check mark, cool. And now 2, we need to put something in there. You want should component update to return true when a target first appears. This will cause target to update as usual. You want should component update to return false when target has already rendered and is about to repeat the same number as its last render. This will cause target to cancel its update. Inside the body of should component update function, write the following code. Return this .props.number not equal to next props.number. All right, so that makes sense. We can follow that. We can follow that. Click run, try a new game. It should be much smoother. Run. There's that. We'll click new game. Boom. There was one that was 98. I'm looking for our friend 98 something. 91. That was 96,000. I think we're too high. We should have shot for a lower number, but that's okay. It's working and it's smoother. We're happy. Next, 4 of 7. All right. The third updating lifecycle method is component will update. Component will update gets called in between should component update and render. Component will update receives 2 arguments, next props and next state. Read example in the code editor to see it in action. You cannot call this .setState from the body of component will update, which begs the question, why would you use it? The main purpose of component will update is to interact with things outside of the React architecture. If you need to do non-React setup before a component renders, such as checking the window size or interacting with an API, then component will update is a good place to do that. If it sounds abstract, that's okay. All the lifecycle methods might feel a bit theoretical until you've used them in real life scenarios. You'll be doing more of that in the next course. Good. Let's use component will mount to make the screen's background turn yellow if your top number breaks 950,000. You'll use this expression to change the screen's background color. Document.bodyStyle.background equals new color goes here. Component update is a good place to set up code like this that engages with the non-React world. Document.body has nothing to do with React at all. Open topnumber.js. Open. Give topnumber a new property named component will update. Component will update top number. Component will update. We can do that at the bottom, second, after get state. We'll just do it before render. Component will update. For now, set component will update equal to the following empty function. Function blah diddly blah. Cool. Okay, and let's use component will mount. We'll use this expression to change the backgrounds. Component will update is a good place. So, is that what's happening? Where am I putting this guy? Oh, it will be going into there. All right, we're just going to run it first. They want it to be empty. And then we'll be tacking on the information inside the code block, inside the curly braces. Okay, so 2, on every render, you want your component will update to check whether the background is yellow already. If it isn't, then you want to check whether the top number is at least 950,000. If it is, then make the background yellow. Add the following code to the body of component will update. Good. Wow. Yawns coming out of nowhere. Holy hell. Add the following code of the body. Wait. What? Add the following code to the body of component will update. We're going to steal you. Enter blah 1 and 2. Make sure not to put yellow in quotes. You're referencing the variable defined on line 3. Okay? Yellow isn't in quotes. Of course, you'll also need to change the color back to white when a user starts a new game. You can do this with the help of this.props.game, a boolean that reports whether or not a current game is in progress. Expand your if statement to an else if. Okay, so we've got if blah 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 document equals yellow end bit, so else if da 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 da. Click run, let the browser refresh so you can get the yellow background. Okay, run again. And from the top, new game. Damn. 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 Eh. 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 Oh god, did I break something? Why are there so many freaking numbers? No, no. Oh, this seems bad. This seems bad. Are we? Well, we got the yellow. I think there's an issue. We're still in the buggy beta version of this. We're going to go ahead. So we got that. We're going to click next. Yeah, we broke the internet. Good. So 5 of 7. That was not pretty. The last updating lifecycle method is component did update. When a component instance updates, component did update gets called after any rendered HTML has finished loading. Look at example for an example of component did update. Component did update automatically gets passed 2 arguments, previous props and previous state. Previous props and previous state are references to the components, props, and state before the current updating period began. You can compare them to the current props and state. Component did update is usually used for interacting with things outside of the React environment, like the browser or APIs. It's similar to component will update in the way, it's similar to component will update in that way, except that it gets called after render instead of before. Instructions. In the code editor, select app.js. We can finally add the most important fix, making the game end. You can see on lines 55 through 65. Oh. In the code editor, select app.js. Cool. We can finally add the most important fix, making the game end. You can see on lines 55 through 65. There is already an endgame function set up that will cause the game to stop. You just have to decide when to call it. So down here, 55 to 65, endgame function, interval for each function, interval, clear interval, something, more stuff. Cool. You want the game to end when the user clicks a number less than their previous click. Component did update can do that. Look at get initial state on lines 18 through 24. Get initial state 18 through 24. Get initial state. Yeah. You can see that app has a this.state.latestClick property. This.state.latestClick stores the value of the most recently clicked number. This is the value that you need. You're trying to compare the most recent click to the second most recent click. Give app a property with the name of component did update. Set your new property value equal to this function. Function, previous props, previous state. If this.state.latestClick is less than previous state.latestClick, this game ends. This.endGame. All right, so we're going to give app a property with a name, component did update. and it's going to have this value. So appity app, intervals, other things. We're just going to do it again right before render. Cool. Function-y stuff. That looks good, right? Yeah, that looks good. Cool. Click run and play a new game. So much better. Run. We'll see. We're going to have to test for ourselves. New game. Yeah, damn. Spectre gadget. Where is a 9? Son of a yeah. Yeah. Damn. So much for Spidey senses. Like sucking ass. Yeah. Yes. My tiny human brain isn't quite cut out for this. I'm looking for a 9. Giant 9. Ha! Yeah, there you go. Boom. Alright, but now that means... Now that we're getting higher, it's going to be a lot harder. So we're just going to click any old number. Boom. Game over. Look at that. See, it worked. It worked. Damn it. I did that. Okay, next. Chill, Stephen. Chill. Not that impressive. They guided you there. You just happen to copy and paste very well for a simpleton. Okay. 6 of 7. 4 instructions. Not terrible. Okay, a component's unmounting period occurs when the component is removed from the DOM. This could happen if the DOM is rendered without component, or if the user navigates to a different website or closes their web browser. Component will unmount is the only unmounting lifecycle method. Component will unmount gets called right before a component is removed from the DOM. If a component initiates any methods that require cleanup, then component will unmount is where you should put that cleanup. You can see an example in example.js as usual. Something about mounting. Component will unmount function alert goodbye world. Everything turns off. We jump from the highest building. Load in our single bullet. All right. Wow, dark turn, right? Very dark. Let's continue on to instructions. Good. Donkey on the edge. The Shrek reference? No? Okay, that's all right. Instructions. You're so sick of having to type exclamation points. Am I? Am I confused? Is this such a weird anecdote? Maybe we just need to take them at their word. I guess I feel that way. You are so sick of having to type exclamation points. You have to hold down the shift key and then reach up with your pinky. Ugh, the worst. Okay, yes, we're just living in this world where exclamation points suck. You've written a program to type your exclamation points for you. Seems like a lot of work just to not have to hit the exclamation. That's all right. Select enthuse.js to take a look at your new source code. Line 6 through 10, enthused contains a component did mount method that calls a set internal function which adds an exclamation point to some text every 15 milliseconds. Is that right? Enthused as a component did mount function, this.interval, set interval function, this.prop.add text, exclamation, dot bind this every 15 milliseconds. All right. Cool. Enthuse renders a stop button. Clicking stop will what? Enthuse renders a stop button. Clicking stop will unmount the enthuse component and stop the exclamation points. Open app.js. App renders an H1, a text entry field, and a button. Okay, H1 and a button somewhere rendering things. Sure, we'll figure that out soon. Text entry field and a button. At first, this button says add enthusiasm. Clicking on this button will remove it and replace it with an enthused instance. Clicking on enthused stops. Clicking on enthused stop button will remove enthused and replace it with the first button. Click run, let the browser refresh. If this is your first time through this checkpoint, then try entering some text. Click on the button before auto enthusiasm. Okay, a lot going on. I'm clicking run. We're maybe typing or okay. So good, classy, and enthusiasm. There you go, and then we're stopping, which didn't do anything, and then we're adding enthusiasm, and it's just not doing a lot, and we're stopping again. Good. So 2. The stop button doesn't work. Too much enthusiasm forever. Control command or hit command R to refresh the page. Is that a thing? That's so interesting. You know, I'm surprised they had just command R in there. I wonder. See that? Command R? Usually it says command R for Macs, or it would be control. Is there a way to have it display? Is there a way? Of course there's a way, but I'm just now realizing, did the instructions change based on the type of computer the user is operating off of? Like, I've got a Mac, so it would be command R for me. That's so cool. They can tell, well, it must be kind of like when you go to a website to download an update or whatever, a file, it'll be like download the Windows version or a Mac version, and when you go to the download page, it usually brings you to the correct one that you need. That must be a thing. There is some clever stuff going on. I want to know how to do that. That's that. That's fun. That's all. Good times. Tangent over. 3. Enthuse.js. Give enthused a new component will unmount function that will stop the madness whenever enthused is unmounted. Component will unmount function previous state, clear internal, this dot internal. So where am I putting this? Component will unmount something. Give enthused a new. Oh, give enthused. Did we already have one? Toggle into, that's app. Here's enthused. We're giving this. Yeah, compile unmount. That's everything we need. Huh. Okay, cool. So let's on that. All is well. 4. Try entering some text and then adding some more enthusiasm. This time, the stop button should work. Cool. Add enthusiasm. Boom. Yes, lots of fun. Embrace the rage. And we're stopping. And we're starting. And we're stopping. And we're adding some other thing. No. And we're adding some other things because we can. Good. And more enthusiasm. Shocking. This is great. Not gonna lie, I thought the program for the exclamation points was kind of ridiculous and unnecessary. pretty awesome. Pretty freaking awesome, not gonna lie. So, yeah, let's do this. Next, 7 of 7. Hot damn, we got all kinds of stuff. What do we get? Course completed, Learn React Part 2. Congratulations, you earned a new lesson something. Son of a bitch. There was some other lesson thing that we got, and I didn't read it. We'll figure it out. We'll do okay, got it for now. Congratulations on completing the course, Learn ReactJS Part 2. You've learned a new skill, should be proud of, and should be proud. Want to take a look at your profile? Yeah, eventually. Still have to read this. Alright. Congratulations on making it to the end of our introductory React courses. By this point, you have acquired all the tools that you need to program in React. Stay tuned for our intermediate level React course, Building an Interactive React Application. Instead of learning more new tools, you'll be focusing on applying the tools that you already learned. How many components should an app have? Which components should use props and what should use state? Who should pass what information to whom? These are all kinds of structural questions that we will address in building an interactive React application. However, you aren't quite with this. You aren't quite what? I think they're missing done. You aren't quite done with this course yet. Yeah, right? Maybe. We've put together a series of 5 articles to slowly walk you through the process of installing and configuring React.js on your local computer. But here, to get started, takes us. I may do this in separate stream. Codecademy. React setup part 1. Install React on your computer. Background installing Node. NPM. How NPM is different. NPM int. Yeah, this is way more fun than we've got time for right now. I'm glad we were able to finish the stream, though, or finish the course in today's stream. I'm going to put that on the back burner for now. We know where to find it. Good guide. Let's click up next. Hey, Whiskers. Love you. Try not to ruin anything. Did we click up next? We kind of clicked up next. Who is a tiny kitty? Why is update not, or up next not working? Let's go back. Back works. Back's real quick. We click up next. And we click up next again. And now it's loading. We didn't do that last time. Okay, 100%. Let's check our stats for today. Day 107. We conclude with something about something. Catalog. We'll take a look at the catalog. We've now conquered learn HTML and CSS, learn JavaScript, learn SaaS website, learn the command line, deploy website, Python, HTML and CSS, JavaScript, jQuery, learn ReactJS part 1 and 2. Now we've got learn AngularJS 1.x on the horizon, and then followed by a batch of Ruby. Good. I'm concerned about the time as we get closer to summer. I know we just hit spring. We should be able to get through the rest of these fairly quickly. I mean, they aren't too long. 2 hours, 4 hours, 3 hours. That's not too bad. The only really large course we have next is the initial Ruby course, which is 9 hours. The next one's 5 too, so that's not too bad. I just want to get to PHP before they phase out and sunset this course. So yeah, that's that. I know we could jump to it, but the only course that we jumped to that we didn't do in order was Git, and that was because it was highly recommended for the other courses. It was either learn the command line or deploy a website, and they told us that we should tackle this course before doing that. So until we're instructed that we need PHP for one of the other courses in order, we just have to keep forging on as quickly as possible, ideally. So that's good. So we've made tons of progress. Right, where are we concluding stat-wise? Day 107. Currently, we stand with 1,233 points of confusion, joy, learning, frustration, whatever you want to call them. And we have 173 badges, 13 courses completed. Beautiful. All right, and yeah, let's look at the badge. Let's open that up. We got 2 right at the end. It was, oh, it was like finishing that section. So it was the course completion. That's what it was. So this was the first course, learn completed React forms. Then we had mounting lifecycle methods, updating and unmounting lifecycle methods. This was the main badge for the course that we completed, React Part 2 as a whole. All right, mystery solved. Let's go ahead and back out of here. We will be starting with Angular tomorrow, day 108. But in the meantime, the stream is coming to an end. Topher, thank you for stopping by. Script, thank you. Severe script. Yeah, good. And anyone else who may have stopped by to view the stream. It's always greatly appreciated. The party continues tomorrow. In the meantime, oh, me and Kitty are gonna head out of here. Isn't that right, little one? Yes, you do. Oh, all right, focus. Stopping the stream. Good times. Thank you again. Party continues tomorrow. Are you sure you want to stop the stream? Hell yeah. Kill it.